Alright folks, this is the first video of a series of videos about Rust, and these videos will be rather short. I hope less than 5 minutes per day. The first one will be about installing Rust. So we go to Rust language, and this is about this is on Linux, so this is going to be just this command. It's a Rust. You need to run this command. Alright, let me full screen. It's already installed. If it's already installed, then you can test it by doing cargo. If it's the first time you install it, you have to log out or log in or run this command here to that updates the environment. Otherwise, this guy here will not be in your path. So since I've already done it, this should work. And now we can move on to the next step, which is to make the first project. All right, so I'll delete this file, the factory hello. To create a project with cargo, the package manager for Rust, pretty simple. We do cargo new and the name of your project. In this case is hello. We do hello and we have two files. Well, we have one file, one directory. The cargo.toml is the configuration for the package, and source is the directory where you have the source code. I highly recommend use IDE. You can program with just an editor, but that's fairly difficult. And the editor that I use is IntelliJ Community Edition. You can go to IntelliJ and download it from here. The ultimate version is you have to pay, you have to buy it, but the community version is free. You just download it. You will have a tar. You have a tar.exe that you expand wherever you want. So I have already expanded it here in that directory IDE, where you have bin folder. Inside the bin folder, you have a shell script. This one IDE.sh. So if you run IDE.sh, you will have this guy. Let me set background close. What you do want here, this project is the last project I have, so let's close it. Keep the close project. And this is the, I can even remove this project. Okay, so this is the way it should look when you launch it for the first time. But then you should install the plugin, the Rust plugin. So I have installed the Rust plugin, the only thing I have done. And it also installs the Toml installed. But I think Toml is installed by default anyways. So you just need to install Rust and accept the default parameters, the default options. And then we can open our project hello. So navigate to the project hello and open it. That gives you this. It may take a little bit of time the first time you open it, because it has to index cargo to the package database. And then you will have this stuff here, the project on the left. We recognize our cargo file. The cargo file has the package section and the dependencies section. Dependencies is empty for the moment, but usually we're gonna have some stuff here soon. And the package section is just like metadata about the package, the name of the package, the version, and the edition, which is the kind of like the version of Rust that we're using. 2021 is the latest one. I can remove this comment. Then the lock is once you build, it creates a log file with the actual version numbers of the packages. So this file is not intended to be edited. It says here generated by cargo. Our source code is the one and only file main.rs, which defines the entry point. So we have this little triangle here that shows this is executable. We can run Rust, we can run hello, and that gives us the result in the console here. You can also select run hello from here. That is a configuration that's created automatically, and click run here. The same as. So this button here, and this button here are the same. We cannot debug because the free version, the community version of IDE does not support debugging, the native debugging. So we'll not do that. But other than that, we can see we have syntax highlighting. Println is a different color than the main. And the one thing that I really use, the one reason why I really want to use an IDE is the fact that it has type inference and also code completion. So type inference means that if you define a variable and you will see the type of the variable. So this is generated by the compiler. It's not in text of the file. It's a hint that the IDE inserts to let you know that this variable, even though we haven't specified the type, by the fact that we assign to 10, 10 has a type of integer 32-bit. So that makes a integer 32-bit. So if I instead say that 10 is a byte, so that I can do 10 U8. So that's a literal value for a byte of value 10. Now you can see that A has been updated to be of type U8. So this thing is very useful because Rust is a strongly typed language, and knowing the type of every variable in your editor allows you to like figure out what's going on most of the time, and it catches a lot of mistakes. The other thing is that, of course, you also have the the ability to see errors right away. So if I do, I don't know, let a equal 5, which is, oh no, this is okay. Actually, we can do that. But we cannot do a equal 5, right? A is we see that later, but A is by default immutable. So if we define a variable of type A and set it to 10, we cannot set it to another value later. This is read-only. And you get a little red zigzag that if you hover over it, tells you the error. Pretty straightforward here. Cannot assign twice to an immutable variable. You can also click here and then it opens a web browser with a more detailed explanation and some suggestions. You can make it a mutable, or we can, well, there's only one option here. We can make a mutable, meaning that if we say, okay, we'll just follow the advice, it says mute, the keyword mute a, which means that a now can change value. So little things like that are very useful. You can, again, you can program without an IDE, but I don't really see any disadvantage if you have a workstation that is graphical and you can have a graphical IDE. Okay, so that's it for today. We have installed Rust, we have created a sample project, and we have seen a little bit of, we have got a little bit of overview of the IDE. So in the next video, I'm gonna start talking about actually how to what are the data types and what is the general structure of a Rust program. So that's it for today. Cheers.